Yeah, it doesn't surprise me Stone Cold Stunner's in it because although it's a less popular move in Japan, pro wrestling is fucking enormous in Japan. Here's a lot of Japanese games have wrestling moves in it, and just non-wrestling fans they aren't aware that some of the moves in the games are wrestling moves. Like, I defy you to find like a fighting game, a Japanese fighting game that doesn't have any wrestling moves in it. They're usually entire characters where their entire moveset is just wrestling moves.
Case in point, Clark.
Clark, yeah, his character is literally just like a wrestler. And then doesn't the same game have it has a guy who's straight up a luchador? I think it's is a Street Fighter that has a character heavily based on Andre the Giant?
Yeah, Hugo.
Hugo, yeah. God, Hugo's a cool character. I don't know if he's got any of Andre's moves, probably. He's probably got, headbutt and stuff. Andre the Giant didn't really do much wrestling in his, like, WWF career when most people from America would know him, because by then he was already pretty old and degenerated, because, the man was legitimately 7'4". His body really degenerated fast. Like, he's dead for a reason. I think he died months after the filming of The Princess Bride. Yeah. That dude had an unfortunate fate. I feel like just a wooden plank floor like this, though, is kind of bland looking. If anyone has any better ideas, shoot them at me. For prettying up this floor here, because I feel like this is really generic and shitty looking. Can I walk under that? I can. Okay. And I'm not even convinced I want this to be a solid floor here. I'm almost thinking that I might make some of this floor here glass. That might look nicer, but for now we'll just do wood so I can walk it. Stone slabs, granite, those are ideas. I don't know, do I want it to still be wood? I could do a kind of stone.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna let the cat out.
Okay. MDB, use stone, brick, or granite. I do have stone bricks on me, too. Or I could do stone brick slabs. Those look nice. Polished diorite looks cool. I think I pronounced that right. Quartz. You like how quartz looks in the game? Quartz does look nice. Shout out to Hogan for winning money. Yeah, I'm happy Hogan beat Gawker in the lawsuit. I do kind of wish that if any wrestler was going to beat Hogan, it would have been, or beat Gawker in a trial like that, it would have not been Hogan, because Hogan's a dickhead. And for anyone wondering if I think that because of the whole like racism thing, no, he's been a dickhead since the 1970s. Anyone who's worked with Hogan can tell you he's an absolute asshole. So, believe me, that he said a few racial epithets in the privacy of his own home does not surprise me at all. He's been an asshole for a long time for many reasons. Bret Hart will tell you that too. Oh yeah, Bret Hart will tell you how much of a fucking asshole Hogan is. Which, there's another thing to celebrate, by the way. Bret Hart just came out about a month ago that he has prostate cancer. And very shortly, like I think only a week after he formally announced it, he then announced that his doctors are telling him that it looks like they've been able to fully remove it and he's on the road to recovery. Which is good, because that man is a national hero in Canada. Why is Hogan an asshole? Oh, 1,000 reasons. There are all the companies that he fucked over. There are all the people in companies he fucked over. All the times when a new wrestler was finally going to start getting over with the crowd and finally starting to become a big thing, and he stomps them down and says, no, I want to win this match. And kills off their career. All the times when there was the time, for a period of time in WCW in the 90s, when part of his contract was that the good guys, no good guy on the show can defeat a bad guy in a wrestling match until Hulk Hogan has defeated them. Because Hogan has to be the one to beat every single bad guy. That is how much of a selfish prick that motherfucker is. And if you might look at it and just say, like, oh, it's just a TV show, though. Like, is it really that bad? Well, considering whether or not you're successful in this as a career and you make a living for you and your family is based on whether or not the crowd likes you, and he's making it as impossible as possible for the crowd to like any good guys but him. Yeah, he fucked over a lot of people. Such an asshole. So, I am actually thinking making some of this ground glass in the future. That might look nice, but I definitely want to make this whole wall from the floor to up here glass. Right. So I need to go get more wood. Let's go get that.
There are pills for that.
Yeah, there are pills for that. Nah. Please subscribe.
Donate.
Greatest video. The video is actually improved in quality by sounding bored. That's why we sound so bored.
That's
Although
celebrities.
Exactly. I think that a good thing about playing Minecraft like this is that it basically just makes the stream into a podcast. It is basically just a podcast where we can talk about whatever the fuck we want while playing this. Much like my Guild 2 streams, where pretty much playing the game in the background while talking about shit. It's fun. I've always heard the game Panzer Dragoon is really good, but I have never played it. It's a PlayStation 1 RPG, right? Is that Panzer Dragoon?
Sounds right. It is a Sega game, so you could probably talk to MSX and learn some stuff about it.
Or was it Sega Saturn, maybe? Ooh, was it PlayStation or Sega Saturn now that I think about it?
Were they rivals at the time?
Well, yeah. Sega had a weird release schedule, though, on their consoles, where it was always kind of ahead of everyone else by a little bit. But that means that, like, if you were to look at, like, the matchup of like, this generation was this consoles, like, the Sega one would always be the weakest. But that's because it came out, like, a year or two earlier, and it was just the very first one to market by a large margin. And Sega was way ahead of its time on a lot of its technology and its systems, but it was too far ahead of its time. Like, it had online shit, really robust online shit before anyone else. But it was before anyone could really utilize it that well, so it didn't have much of a purpose. I didn't even realize that MSX is currently in the chat.
I was about to remark on how perfect his timing was. As soon as I brought up the fact that you could probably ask him about it, he just shows up.
Panzer Dragoon 1 through 3 was on Saturn, 4 was on Xbox, and 3 was also an RPG. Yeah, was that series as good as people say it is? Because I've heard so many good things about that. So many cool games on the Sega Saturn that I've never played. Sega Saturn and Dreamcast seemed like really cool consoles to me. I need to get them one day. Because they just had such unique games. Like, there's so many games that, like, they aren't coming to mind right now, but if I saw them, I'd be like, yeah, I want this. This is such a fucking weird and out there game. I want to try this, you know?
Did you ever play the re-release of Jet Set Radio?
No.
Did you want to?
Jet Set Radio. That was another Sega game back in those days, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was also Xbox, though, wasn't it? Because isn't it... that was kind of near the end.
For Xbox 360 at the start of its launch, and somewhat recently, like a couple of years ago, it was the first game was re-released on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC.
You know, it's funny. MSX brings up Star Fox on steroids, and he's referring to how apparently they're rail shooters. I never really thought of Star Fox as a rail shooter, but now that you say it and I think about it, because I played Star Fox 64 growing up, you're right, it is a rail shooter. I never really thought about it that way for some reason, which is funny because I'm usually not that into rail shooters, but I totally loved Star Fox 64. That was really fun. Doing all the little alternate routes and all of that stuff, figuring out all the secrets, that was a really fun game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, the 6th one can be the roof. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. I should put a sign on this building, just so people know what it is. I actually don't have a name for the building yet. And the front door isn't done, but I'll just put this here right now. Lookout Tower. In progress. MDB. There we go. So I definitely want us to pretty this up later. Right now is just kind of like a skeleton structure we've put together. All right. So this is going to be our glass wall here so we can look out and it's going to be all beautiful. Maybe even some stained glass. I don't know. What are we going to do with the other walls, though? Well, I feel like down here they should be somewhat full walls, maybe with some windows. Look under the tower. Are you hollowing it out? Oh, that's cool. You got like a little storage thing. That's useful. We can probably make a ladder that goes up into the tower for that. Make it a bit easier to access. Maybe even make a little staircase down here if we want to, make it look nicer. But right now we're just kind of doing the rough stuff. Name starts with that. Neutro! Is it Neutro? It's Neutro.
It's not Neutro.
It's not Neutro?
Reverend guest not a geek. Jenny guests Nevy J.
The answer is the person's name is not What a Geek. As in first name, not last name What a Geek.
Damn.
I can't believe we have so many viewers this stream. I didn't think many people would be interested.
When was the last
Usually
stream you did?
Of Minecraft or in general?
In general.
March 10th. I did one on March 10th and on March 8th. So I did two kind of pretty close together. What's today, like March 20th? Wait, is today?
Yep, 20th.
Today's March 20th. Today's the 11-month anniversary of being stuck in this room. Hooray!
Mazel tov.
Oh, my throat hurts. I think I'm getting sick.
Sick of being in that apartment.
No, it's true.
Please subscribe.
All the views came from Donald Trump. Oh, I should tweet at Donald Trump. Tell him to get in here. Weigh in on the political climate of China. He likes to talk about that a lot. Where am I? Hold on. 54, 82, 380. Well, this isn't too far from spawn, I don't think. I think it's just, well, spawn's pretty close to 0, 0 on X and Z. So this actually isn't too far from spawn. This is an easy walk. I don't need any watermelon. Actually, you know what? I do need watermelon. I'm going to build something with watermelon one day. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you ever get watermelon and you don't want it, I'll take all the spare watermelons you have so I can make a watermelon house one day.
Mah-Dry confirmed black guy.
Remember when Hulk Hogan said he was going to run for president? No, but it doesn't surprise me if he meant it. He's kind of crazy. He still thinks that he can have one last run with the WWE title. Even though the dude's spine is like fused into 3 rods. He's like immobile at this point. He can't wrestle anymore. There's no way a doctor would clear that man to wrestle again. His finishing maneuver was one where he jumps up into the air and lands directly on his tailbone. I remember hearing him in an interview once. They said, the interviewer asked him, like, what's your biggest regret in wrestling? And he said, well, I wish I picked a finishing maneuver that didn't completely pulverize my spine. Fucking idiot. There's a reason that you always see, there's a Fandango wrestler on the roster right now. He does a diving leg drop off the top rope. And he does it in a pretty safe way, but still you're diving off the top rope and you're landing. He kind of lands on his hip more than his tailbone, but that's still going to wear you down. It's a lot of weight coming down from a pretty high height on plywood. But like fucking when he started doing that move, a lot of older wrestlers started tweeting at him publicly and saying like, you're still young, save your hips, change your finisher. And he was stubborn, he didn't do it. He found a safer way to do the move, but it's a great move and it's his body and his decision. I'm just saying, don't want to see that dude in a wheelchair at the age of 50. He's a good wrestler. I just hope that, his Fandango never hits his finisher anymore. Yeah, he does though. On WWE Superstars, he's got a pretty good win-loss ratio, and he always wins with the last dance which is the diving guillotine leg drop. So he does the move pretty often. Apparently, he does the move on house shows all the time too. So poor dude is landing on his ass from 8 feet in the air on a nightly basis. On plywood. That's gotta feel great. So I probably need to finish up these walls. That's probably an early step I need to do. Now, Jack Swagger wins matches like almost every week on main event and Superstars. Like as much as he's like non-existent on Raw and pay-per-views, that dude probably has a better win-loss record than some of the main eventers right now because of Superstars. Like he is the John Cena of WWE Superstars. It's crazy. Were you here in the stream when we showed off the John Cena House of Music?
Yes.
God, that's awesome. I wish whoever made that labeled it, because I think they told me when they made it, but I don't remember anymore, because that was quite a while ago now. Alright.
But Kaibon, according to your current username, you are not female, but you are also not male, so what are you?
Yeah, it's Schrodinger's gender. The greatest conundrum of our time.
This statement is false. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Portal 2 reference! Whoa! Please subscribe.
Join me this December 31st as I stream through Portal 1 and Portal 2 on my Hitbox stream called hitbox.tv/whatageek.
Is that every single New Year's? Because I feel like I've watched like 3 New Year's in a row now.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's been 3 New Year's in a row at least.
2 or 3.
I think I've watched all of them. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I do recall you being there for at least 2.
I keep forgetting that they changed the recipe for Fence. Is it this? Oh god, that's an annoying new recipe. Yeah, that's a really annoying recipe. Alright, well. I'll do what I can. I feel like maybe Fence on this side. Actually, no. Maybe the glass should only go up. Yeah, maybe the glass should only be in the main floor, and then the top floor doesn't have the glass. Hey, KGB Funk, are you in the chat? KGB Funk, are you in the chat too? I don't know if he's watching the stream or not, so. Because I don't remember what that translates to. I think that is one of the people I just whitelisted recently, though. Also, thank you for the follow. Wako the homie. How many people are on the server right now? I'd have to log in and log back in to check, so I don't want to. Okay. Oh, I should have been making sticks out of this wood. That's what I should have done.
Those are ash planks, I'll have you know.
Yep. We have 10 people on the server right now. Not bad. Server can support up to about 100 people before it gets lag issues. So, we're not even close to the limit. Hold down tab, MDB. Well, yeah, it's got a list there, but I don't know the number, and I don't want to sit there and count them. Because I'm lazy and trying to entertain people. Which is a hell of a combo. Right, I need to...
Whoa, what a relatable quote, which, by the way, happens to be one of my other names. Reverend Shadows just says, "Butts, what a geek, 2016.
That is a relatable quote.
That is something I have said in the past.
That's a thing you've said in your life at least once.
Maybe
probably
once.
More. Now, if you want a quote that you know for sure that we've said many times, it's the 5Ds. We were talking about the 5Ds on the stream last night again, on Landbrand's stream. Landbrand is apparently uploading his full, 5.5-hour stream. I may go through it and take every single out-of-context sexual-sounding quote I can to help with the /fic writing, and make it may be an hour long. Just the individual words that can be taken out of context that are sexual in nature. The frequency was astonishing.
That's amazing.
Because his roommate Danny is the kind of person who, when she dies in a video game, she yells out "fuck me." So,
I can see how that would be.
Yeah, that can be taken out of context. Oh right, I need to make more.
Lydia asks, "Move that dick."
Fuck me, that dick. What?
Move.
Or
that
did
dick.
she say move that dick? I know she was there for a lot of the
She said,
stream.
"Move that dick."
Yeah, she was there for a lot of the stream. It was a good stream. Oh, right, you can make different kinds of fence now, so I actually need to... Oh, fuck, didn't mean to do that. God damn it, I'm stupid.
Tell us something we don't know.
No.
That's something I already know, but good try.
Yeah, you're right, you do know that. But do you know why kids love the great taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Because tricks are for kids.
You're fired.
Alright. I'll
It's
leave
okay.
now.
It's okay, I didn't pay you in the first place.
Shit.
So really, I'm the winner here. I would love to pay chat liaisons if I made more than minimum wage, so I could pay the minimum wage. Maybe one day. We have a nice little look here. We're gonna have to put like a something above our heads on this, because that looks ugly. Are these all even? Yes, they're all even, just making sure.
Reverend Shadow says, Mah-Dry, tell a joke.
Alright. Reverend Shadows.
Please donate to Patreon.
Do you get it? You're a joke. You're a joke. Ooh, Enderman over there. So, we've got kind of the basics laid out here of this building. We probably want to start prettying it up. First of all, we're going to need glass. So, we should get some glass cooking. Is there any sand around here? Because I don't think I have any sand or glass with me. I do not. I don't see any sand. We may have to travel to get some. I should probably wait for morning to do that. Play it safe. That zombie totally just spawned behind me. You know, we should do something with this little, tiny little lake thing here, too. We could do something cool with that.
Toss a zombie into it.
Call it Jawalahalahoolahi.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. He's now in there.
Official Jawalahalahoolahi.
MDB, underwater sand. I will dig. Oh, is there sand under the water? Because I see a lot of clay, but isn't it usually just dirt under the water, unless it's like a beach?
Sometimes
Oh, we
you
could
can
do
find
something with
sand.
bricks. We could use bricks. I mean, there's a lot of clay down here. There we go. Clay, like the Videwa Game Company.
Rhymes with clay.
Does Clay exclusively make awesome video games? Because I can't think of a game they've made that isn't awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Have you played Mark of the Ninja yet?
I have. I finally got around to it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I still need to get around to playing that game you gave me. Which
Gunpoint.
wasn't by Clay, but...
Yeah, Gunpoint. If you play it, you got to stream it your first time playing it. It's a real short game. My record on it is like beating it in 45 minutes, I think. And I wasn't even trying for a speed run or anything. It was just I loved it so much. I beat it in the first day, and I loved it so much. I played a few more rounds of it. It's one of those Portal-like games where like it's just kind of a puzzle-based game, and if you want to, you can just breeze through the whole thing real quick if you want to. It's the kind of game I just boot up every once in a while and play through again. I did a recent stream of it where I beat it in... I want to say I beat it in like an hour and 45 minutes that time, but I was kind of taking it slow, reading the plot and everything. which I do recommend reading all of the plot because it is fucking hilarious. It's quite compelling. Very good game.
Gunpoint Dreams.
Yeah.